Hey, what's going on, everybody? BDF44 here. So I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm gonna keep it going, man. I saw something that inspired me to speak, so I'm gonna do it here, man. It's very important that I have to share what's on my heart here. Try to zoom out so you don't see too much of my teeth while I'm talking. But look, I want to say that it's so very important that we don't group one another together. I saw a young lady who on this post just now. She had was commenting under um, Slim 400's rest in peace post on Power 106. Rest in peace, of course, to him and his family. Condolences I send here. But what was being said was some troll, of course, went down there, put a little troll post, and under it she tagged someone and said, "See, they joke about our lives." Now the dude who had posted had a picture, and his avatar appeared to be he was a Hispanic person. She was a black woman, and she was referring to him, Hispanic people, joking about our lives passing away. And I told her, I was like, nah, he, he is joking. Ain't no they. Ain't no they. We can't do that. We can't do that. You know, the, our enemy may do that. They are afforded the privilege of numbers in this country to be able to say they versus us. But we are not in a position to do that. We are not, as a whole, each of us, both brown and black, we can't do that. We've been doing that, and it's why we are not where we need to be. It's because we continue to separate, we continue to allow various things to keep us at odds with one another. And I think that's one of the messages I want to put out there while I'm alive is that I've grown up in a neighborhood where I knew black people, brown people, Asian people, white people. And the best thing about that was that I never felt like I wasn't home no matter where I was at. Now, did I always find myself reacting to maybe one individual who might have done something, or this individual there, or maybe even a group over here who maybe didn't accept me, or a group over here? Maybe, yeah. But what I didn't want to do was to be looked at as somebody, a black person, who, with my own thoughts and my own opinions, would be grouped in with somebody else who may have had done something because, maybe the subject themselves weren't able to see that it wasn't black people that was doing something to them. It was that person who happened to be black who did something to them. Now that don't mean that there won't be groups of people who may be black who won't agree with you, who, if you ran across them, would reaffirm your idea about how black people don't like you, or whatever, what have you. You know what I'm saying? Your apprehension as it pertains to black people may be reaffirmed by some of your experiences, but that doesn't mean that when you come across me, you're gonna see that, because you're not. So it's important to me when I see individuals of any race, but especially my own, do that going forward. I want to try to respectfully and with love in my heart bring forth a different thought to say, nah, it ain't they. It ain't they. That was him. He, an individual, was making fun of our lives, or that person's life in this case. It wasn't they, because that person don't represent all of the people that look like him. He don't represent all the people that come from his heritage. He don't represent all of the people uh, that are of his nationality. You know what I mean? And that's what this young lady was implying on this open forum. And there's gonna be a lot of people who look at that who may be on the fence, and they'll shake their head, be like, "Yep," and will walk away with yet another seed planted in their head to be bigoted, with yet another seed planted in their head to be racist, with yet another seed planted in their head to not be friendly to somebody who may look like someone who comes from that group that she's referring to as they. Do you see what I'm trying to say? We got to offset that, especially those of us who have had the life's experiences to know that that is not how this works. Not only are we not afforded with the ability to be safe and say that, you understand what I'm saying? We don't have enough numbers for that, but it doesn't represent what is actually out here. There's good and bad in every single group, race, religion, all of that. You're gonna find good and evil in everything and everybody. So to try to say that, oh, they don't, and think you have an understanding of everyone, or think you have some accurate representation of the culture that you're referring to, you are mistaken. That's all it is. You are literally mistaken. You don't know everyone, and you may come across somebody who's not like that, and you're going to treat them a certain way, and you're going to be wrong for it. You know what I mean? And I think we've seen plenty of stories like that. We've seen plenty of experiences like that in our lives and other people's lives, and yet the conversation is not had head on enough, in my opinion. You know, we're too busy talking about other stuff. We don't really talk about how we tend to just group people with one another based on whatever categories we may see them in, or whatever categories we may appear to think they're in. We group them together, and then assume we know what we're looking at when we look at a person. No. Not only is that wrong for us, but it's literally irresponsible when you consider what all we're trying to protect in our lives as human beings, what matters to us, and etc. If you consider yourself someone who properly vets others, meaning you can tell character and all of these different things, wouldn't you want to be accurate in this regard? Wouldn't you want to not be wrong? When you're looking at a black person, you see me walking down the street and you automatically label me whatever, wouldn't you not want to be wrong? Because you're going to look at me and say, oh, that person fits the criteria of what it is I know about. And you're going to be completely mistaken, because I'm not that. So, you know, that's just what it is. And then even more so, maybe you see a couple characteristics in me, right? Maybe I don't do enough to knock off that notion for you upon your first interaction with me. Maybe my first impression makes you think, yeah, he's one of them. And you don't dig any deeper. Still mistaken. Still mistaken. You know? Because people are products of their environment. So to say, oh, this person isn't smart because they don't speak English, or oh, this person isn't smart because they use slang, or this person is going to be very, very, very good in terms of their business acumen because they speak clearly. Nah, you're wrong. You know, they're just inaccuracies, no different. So I just think that the culture of racism, it's not only something that hurts us in terms of the way we are as a nation and as a people, but I think it also hurts us in just this way, in terms of what I'm saying. You know, you end up bringing the wrong people toward you, trusting the wrong people, bringing people to you for the wrong reasons, and that ends up intertwined with how your life goes, your fate, that of whom your family, people you watch over, people who you are responsible for. They are affected by these views. You pass these views and they bring the wrong people into their lives. They start surrounding themselves with the wrong people for the wrong reasons because they believe these type of things. They don't really get around their real friends. Now they got a bunch of backstabbers around them. Why? Because they gathered around these people for the wrong reasons. Because they agree with me on this evil point that these people are awful. So now I'm surrounded by snakes. Or I'm, in our case, maybe in our neighborhood, maybe we agree to join this set. Now I'm surrounded by backdoorsmen. Because I didn't vet my people properly, because I'm just going with them because of various things politically. Maybe I'm going with them because of various things because I'm trying to be cool or something. Whatever reason. You didn't vet properly. And you got the wrong people around you. These are the aspects of following the wrong things that we don't talk about very often. You know, how you find yourselves in certain situations. How did you get in that spot? Well, you were there because you were around them. Why were you around them? Well, you were around them because you believed some bullcrap. And you wanted to be around some people who believe what you believe. See? It's not just the part of it that, oh, you offended me because now you're a racist, now you're my enemy. No, that's not the only side of it. Now you got to deal with the social side of it and your side of it. Now you got to figure out who around you is actually someone you can trust. Now you all are huddling around essentially the destruction of others. Think about it. So we gotta consider these things, man. We gotta start looking at ourselves a bit better, not just as it pertains to digging through our egos, but also as it pertains to being accurate about how we move, so that we can have the results of our lives that we want to see. And it starts with little things like this. And I don't think a lot of people me even look at it that way. But I do, man. I do. So that's what I want to say, man. Obviously, condolences to everybody mentioned who had lost their lives. But also, I just ask that we take a look at ourselves and not group everybody together with one another. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm a black dude. Some of my family members may be from a certain situation. Maybe another part of my family members might have been military. I'm not military. I'm not from those situations. I'm my very own person. But if you see me, I look like them. My build, my face, I'm their DNA. I'm them. But my heart, my mind, my spirit, the conversation, my experiences, my taste, different person, man. I just look like them. I love those people. I speak like them because I'm from where they're from. You see how that works? We're all individuals even when we don't appear to be. So let's stop grouping one another together. Say they want to, they. No, they don't. Maybe groups on their side may feel a certain way, but not everybody. You're going to find a friend over there if you keep looking. My name is BDL44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.